Hey guys, welcome back to another Mortgage Matters in Minutes. We're a little later today, but that's all right. It's 4 p.m. on Tuesday. We like to come to you guys with a little bit of education. As always, that's always our goal here. One of our core values at Mortgage Specialists is to continually educate our clients, realtors, and the community in what works for home lending and how that also applies to real estate. So this week, what we're going to talk about is pre-qualifications, pre-approvals, and loan commitments. What's the difference? And while all those words, I think many days get interchanged back and forth, thinking they all mean the same, they actually don't. And a lot of times we have clients that'll contact us, or people in the real estate will ask for a pre-approval letter, or they'll use a word called pre-qualification letter. Sometimes those words are interchangeably used, but I can definitely let you know and educate you here that there's a difference between the word pre-qualification, pre-approval, and a loan commitment. Why does that make such an important difference? Because many people believe that once an individual has looked at your documentation, like myself or a lender, that means they're good to go. They're always going to close on the transaction. Everything's going to be fine. But these three different steps our words actually are different steps throughout the lending process. So let's start with number one, pre-qualification. What pre-qualification is usually filling out an application with a lender and the lender reviewing that application. What I believe that stands out different from a pre-qualification to a pre-approval is that there's nothing verified. So basically we take the borrower's word at how much they make, how much they have in their checking and savings account, such like that. Well, there's 13 to 1,500 pages of rules depending on what type of loan product we go with, conventional, FHA, VA. So really what happens is many times there's just a communication issue and no person intentionally means to complete the application falsely, but they just don't know how certain incomes we have to document different ways, or when money deposits in your account, that happens differently. So a pre-qualification is taking someone at their good faith or at their word. Where the next level that it turns up to is what most borrowers want and realtors want when you're submitting an offer is a pre-approval letter. And a pre-approval letter generally means that the lender has verified their income, their assets, and their identification. I can tell you there's lots of pre-approvals across the country that don't go through these steps and still just issue a pre-qualification, but state it's a pre-approval. Here at Mortgage Specialists, we never issue a pre-approval without validating all the documentation that's needed. We've been doing this a long time, and we've seen lots of little issues that come up by not verifying information. Consumers contact us maybe after going somewhere else or going to a large national lender and run into issues because that paperwork was never submitted and never verified. So let's talk about the last step, which is called a loan commitment. And right now, if you're out there shopping for houses and you're getting beat out in the market from different home prices or homes and different offers because someone's paying cash or someone's outbidding you, you can take your pre-approval to one additional step called the loan commitment. And so what does a loan commitment mean? A loan commitment basically in summary means we take all of your information and we submit that to the underwriters. And the underwriters then review everything and come back with a commitment that says, hey, we are willing to lend based upon these final items. And as long as we can submit those final items, your loan is done and good. And every loan that we ever complete goes through those steps of going from a pre-qualification to a pre-approval to a loan commitment. So we can advise you as clients, as borrowers that are getting pre-approved, or as realtors that are negotiating offers right now, if you counter in that contract or you submit a loan commitment to the seller, that shows a much stronger offer, that you've already been through more steps in the process to show that you've done more work. And it also shows that if you've been through those steps, there's not that much that needs to have happen in order to finish your loan. Really, you've been through the credit check, the income check, the asset check. All you're waiting for generally is the appraisal and the title work to get wrapped up and done, and maybe narrow down homeowners insurance. But those processes can take 2 weeks or less. So why is that important? That allows you to make a quicker closing with the seller and closing in 2 or 3 weeks versus maybe taking 30 to 45 days. Sometimes we struggle with this with our clients because many people don't want to go through the full blown out underwriting process thinking that there's some reason that they have to proceed forward with the loan if they go through it. That's not the case. It just allows you to have more items accomplished throughout the process. So when you're ready for closing or ready to schedule the closing, everything or many of the process has already been done. So let's back up a little bit. Real quick summary here. Pre-qualification. We basically submit an application, pull a credit report. We review the application on the client's word. Pre-approval is supposed to, and to us it means pulling the credit report, reviewing the application, and reviewing all the documentation that underwriting is going to review to make sure that all the items are correct and that are going to meet the rules. The last step, loan commitment, is what we go through when your loan is underwritten, is sending all the documentation one more step to the underwriters for them to make the conditional approval that states we will give you a loan because we reviewed your information. Hopefully that educates you. Obviously, this market we know right now is very crazy. The more information education you can have as a tool in your back pocket, I know will help you secure financing and secure your brand new home. So if you have any questions we can help you with, please call us at 402-991-5153 or check us out on our website at mtg-specialists.com. Have a great day, everyone. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.